In this segment of the workshop, we will be hearing from a few of the localities about their achievements and how they've applied the different RAFT tools.
I am Hope Mothershead. I am Director of Planning and Zoning in Richmond County. Been working with the group on the RAFT process and have really enjoyed meeting others and hearing from other departments that we would not have heard from on a typical day in the past. Some of the things that we worked on our resilience action checklist are noted here on this slide. So we developed a resilience communication strategy, and that sort of goes in with number 2, establishing a coordination committee to carry out the communication strategy. So that number 1 and 2 kind of went hand in hand. Number 3 for us was to create a county green infrastructure plan and expand programs. Number 4 was to assess vulnerable communities risk levels for disasters and emergencies. And then the 5th was to integrate resilience into all of our plans, including our comprehensive plan, hazard mitigation plan, and the capital improvement plan. This slide pretty much covers our number 1 and 2 in developing a resilience communication strategy. And the RAFT group was great with helping us with this and trying to get us on track to set up what we're going to call the Richmond County Resilience Network. And that resilience network will basically allow people to share perspectives across silos. As we know, many times in our day-to-day work, we're kind of working in our own little box. And so we don't want to just keep our information in that box. We want to have an avenue to be able to share it from department to department. It'll also serve as an internal county network for mutual support. So when there's some things that need to be taken care of or need to be addressed in the county, we're hoping that this Richmond County Resilience Network will be the place that it will be shared. The formation of this network, of course, will be informal. We'd like for it to kind of be a roundtable sort of event that meets once every other month. And we'd like for it to have 10 to 20 members, including representatives from various county departments, and also some of our county, like nonprofit organizations. I feel certain they would want to chime in from time to time to be able to share with us things that are going on with their organizations so that the county employees and county departments are aware of them. As far as leadership with this group, we have decided that Mitch Paulette, which was involved in our RAFT process as well, he is the Emergency Services Director for Richmond County. So Mitch Paulette and myself will sort of co-direct this resilience network. And in following up from Sarah's report that she gave, we'll definitely be pulling in the town for this communication piece as well, because we do work hand in hand together. And so would like for, the town to be involved in it, as well as, other departments that are associated with the town. Go to the next slide, please. So the next thing that we talked about was a county green infrastructure plan and expanding programs on that. And I will have to say that this was a piece of our checklist that I wasn't real familiar with. And so I do feel like during the RAFT process, Planning District Commission, Soil and Water, Department of Forestry, and Friends of the Rappahannock identified many grant funds and possible projects that could benefit the county moving forward. And so, like I said, this information, it was maybe some of it was information we're not aware of and will be helpful in the future. We talked about things such as parking lot renovations, trail installation, planting programs around the trail that is planned here for Richmond County. So the RAFT platform definitely allowed these groups to educate one another. The next thing was assessing vulnerable communities. As noted earlier in our presentation, that the worksheets that the RAFT team developed were very helpful. It made us stop and think about the vulnerable populations within the county and how we could address them, how we could make sure that they're not left out on an island by themselves. And so this resilience network that I just mentioned will continue to address the concerns that arose from the workshop activity. And then lastly, we talked about integrating resilience into the comprehensive plan, hazard mitigation plan, and capital improvement plan. As noted earlier, the Virginia Coastal Policy Center did hold a workshop for the RAFT participants, and that was really helpful with giving us ideas of things that we could use to integrate resiliency into our comp plan. Currently, we are working with the Berkeley group to rewrite our comp plan, and so that's been something that we've been making certain that the Berkeley group know that we want to add in these resiliency items, and many of the plans that were shared, Berkeley group worked with those localities, and so I feel confident that we can achieve that task with the information shared from the Virginia Coastal Policy Center, as well as the knowledge coming to us from the Berkeley group. And then just lastly, I'd like to thank our participants. County departments, organizations involved in the RAFT process included Northern Neck Planning District Commission, Virginia Department of Forestry, Northern Neck Soil and Water Conservation District, Friends of the Rappahannock, Warsaw, Richmond County Chamber of Commerce. We had Three Rivers Health District involved, Social Services Department, Emergency Services, and of course, county admin staff. And I did on Thursday, we had a board meeting this past Thursday, and I did receive the board's approval to move forward with our Richmond County Resiliency Committee or Resilience Network. And so we do look forward to being able to share thoughts, ideas, and concerns with one another through this network.